Ladies and gentlemen pawns, welcome back to another video. This one's special. I am around 10 days before my tournament starts. I don't know if I'll be participating. It's kind of up in the air. My travel plans and everything. It will be interesting as we go see how it works and figure out all the little bugs and fixes in it. But it's around 10 days. And I'm preparing with the tournament by playing these UFCF rated tournaments. Even though I am in a remote country and not from the USA, I still participate. And oh my goodness, I was cooking. I was cooking. I was locked in. Let me just show you. The very first game. Okay. The very first game was against a 500. Now you're probably thinking, what, bro? Why are you playing a 500? Well, hilariously enough, I was like the lowest, highest ranked player. If you don't know how Swiss formatting works, basically number one plays however many players, like the top of the bottom half of the top rated players. So for example, let's say first place is, or like the highest rated player is like 2500 and the lowest player is like, I don't know, 1600. Then 25 would get played with the 1600, the top of the lower half of the category. So technically I was the lowest rated top player in this US chess 5-minute blitz, and I got paired with the lowest rated player in the tournament, and I was like, okay, I don't know how they play. I've been beaten by 800s before. It's been embarrassing. We don't talk about it, but let's just play normal chess. And I go for this interesting structure where I kind of do a Slav style and then continue with normal development. They play this. That just hangs a pawn, by the way, but I take the knight first and then just play simple. I guess I wasn't thinking too much. I was just like, okay, just play and make sure they make the mistakes first. They lose the pawn, lose another pawn, and then lose all their middle pawns, and then they lose their rook, and then lose another rook after sacking, trade off the queens, and then simplify. It was very easy, very short-lived. Bishop here, this is the threat of mate. They don't do anything about it, and I checkmate them in only using 2 minutes of my clock, and I was up 1-0. I was like, yes, let's go. But when you're up like one win out of the one game that you have, you're definitely going to play the strong players, right? So that's when we go into the next game, and it's a drastic jump, but we went from a 500 to a 2000, and I'm like, oh my goodness, okay, lock in, we know how to do this. And usually I don't care about ratings. I've gone to the mindset, and oh my goodness, has it been so easy to play 2000s, because I am a 2000, so it's just like, okay, they're just another normal player, right? So I just do whatever I need to. I play this queen check setup and then drop the queen to a6. I love this line usually in the tile variation, but they don't do that, and this is losing because they already like me playing rook c8. But I play here, and I give them this very important square, which I kind of forgot. I spent 30 seconds or 22 seconds on this move, and then I was like, okay, I need to trade some pieces off. So I'm losing already, but I don't give up. I said to myself, okay, you're losing, but you need to stay resilient as possible. So I've dropped my knight back, trade off some pieces, and just kind of lock in the center with the light squares, because I've traded off my light squared bishop, and I have my dark squared bishop. I don't plan to go there, by the way, if you're wondering. And then I was like, okay, slow development, and after this, he's no longer better. and I played rook a5 to go here because he has these doubled pawns, and I'm going to be taking, if anything, rook a5 is the best move, hilariously enough. He takes, goes here. I played this bishop move, and now I have an active bishop. Like, this is untakeable, pretty much. And after 25 moves, I was losing, and now I'm winning. So I stayed resilient. I was like, I'm not giving up. Okay, bring your king into the game. And then he traded off my bishop. And I was like, what? Now, hilariously, I thought about king takes b4, which is the winning move, because it goes and takes these two pawns. But I thought, oh, after this, he's just going to terrorize my position. I didn't think about that. It's now a draw, but I still have a slight edge because I have a better, more active rook. Takes, goes here, take. And now I'm winning. Now I have a pass pawn. And now I'm no longer worse because all of my pieces are coordinated, and he did not attack these light squared pawns. And I was kind of stunned. I was like, what? Now I just move my pawn? And then I went here and he resigned. Like, I went from losing in this position right here because I was down a pawn, stayed resilient, put everything on my light squares, and just played normal chess. Simple chess. He traded. And some of the trades he made actually made his position worse, like this one. Now looking back, I should have taken with the king. I thought about king takes, but I thought of this check, and then here, and then he took here. He took here, checks, and then he would just go around and, start stealing. So I didn't think king there was a great move. I had 2 minutes, but I wanted to think quickly. I didn't want to think too much. I said, okay, it's just a trade, right? I spent 8 seconds, so I thought about it, but I still came out on top, had the slight endgame edge. I've been absolutely killer with my endgames. I've been actually studying so hard on my endgames because in my last tournament, like my last FIDE tournament, I completely biffed an endgame, and I resigned in a winning position, and I could not forgive myself. And I've remained absolutely clean with my endgames and just playing all the right ideas. And oh man, this felt good. I think I gained around 50 elo in this tournament. And so then we went to the next game. And this was the start of my ego getting in the way. I played e4, and my opponent played this Sicilian. And I've been playing an Alpin. And there's this line I've been learning. I don't want to get in too much into depth because I biffed the opening. But there's this move, knight a3. And it basically is a gambit. And I played it wrong. And what I should have done was rook d1, which is all a part of the theory, because this is usually what they do. And for white, you get a slight edge. But I played this knight b5 move. I should have played rook d1, and if he had played something like bishop here, then knight b5 becomes an absolutely lethal target. And then let's say he goes like rook here. My opponent playing king f8 is absolutely diabolical. No one would play that in their right mind in the Sicilian. But this is a really tricky gambit, and I've been learning this, but I didn't play it right. And when I didn't play it correctly, I got absolutely destroyed with this move, knight to d5. And I was like, oh no, I biffed it. I should have learned the theory before I went into this fully. And I just get kicked out and just lose like this. King f1, just a terrible move, and I lose my queen. Like, ugh, bro, like, ugh. And I was like so annoyed. So I go 2 for 3. But like in every situation, I continue going. And this is number 4. So I am, 2 for 3? And my goodness, I was starting to go downhill. Just a tad bit. We play a French exchange. I've been learning the French exchange. I was thinking, okay, if I get a draw, I still get points. French exchange is usually super drawable at the highest level. But, just play normal stuff. rerouted my knight fancily, and he played this move, and then I played knight to h4 and Botez gambit my queen. But my opponent did the amazing thing, and Botez declined it. Like, he spent 4 seconds on king to f or b8. I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe he was like, oh, he was scared of bishop here and this pin after queen takes. But his knight's just here. Like, I couldn't believe it. And so, yeah, he plays this really attacking move, but I have a better position after a few exchanges. I just made all the right exchanges. Take the pawn. Okay, yes, this is not a huge, like, hugely lovable defense for my king, but just to bring the pieces. King to f2. It's very closed. I mean, what is he gonna do? He starts pressuring. So I decided to, move my queen a couple times. He starts getting tempo on my queen. But then he just blunders mate. Like, I don't know what this game was, but this was probably the luckiest game of the tournament. And yeah, I win because rook takes and it's back rank. And yes, 1900s can do that too. So after that absolutely atrocious game, I was like, okay, well, building confidence again. My heart dropped when I blended my queen, by the way. Like, I think anyone's heart would drop playing this. I played this move and I'm like, oh no. And then he played like king here and I'm like, oh, like it was the craziest thing. And somehow I kind of fended off this, a little bit of an attack. Took this pawn when it was free. Crazy thing. A5 wins the game. Or A6. But he played this and lost the game. And so now we were back in business. We were like 3 for 4. And of course we're going to start playing higher rated players. Look at this. Look at this. The last 4 games, 2000, 1965, and now a 2100. Now let's see how this game goes. We get a Grunfeld, and well, yes, a Grunfeld. I've been learning Neo Grunfeld and Grunfeld, but I was like, yes, I get a Grunfeld. Let's go. Let's play what we know. Here, takes here, c5, knight to c6, and then he plays this really tricky line, d5. And I didn't remember theory after this, so I took, and I'm like, what? What are you doing? Like, that's just a free rook. Psych, that ain't no free rook, dude. Because now my knight is pinned to the bishop, and this is being threatened at the same time. Like, I realized later, oh shoot, I screwed up. So I castle, lose my knight. He plays for pawn takes, I play rook b8. And then I'm like, oh, nothing saves here. So so queen check, f6. And hilariously enough, this is a draw now. Now, what he should have done was play knight d2. And now this rook is still there. And this threat is still there. But, after this takes, this king is kind of protected well enough to survive. And, like, in certain situations, the bishop for the rook isn't always great. And I was like, wait, I may be down a little bit of material. In fact, I may be down a full knight, but I'm winning. Hilariously enough, I should have played queen b6, which wins the game because of this mating tactic. But, I thought, oh, bishop e6 was fine, but I didn't find it right away. And now I'm back to losing. And so, I don't know what king h2 is. He's playing quite quickly. And I'm like, okay, use the pass pawn. Attack, give the check, win the piece back. Okay, good. We're chilling. Like, that was the entire idea of pawn to e6. Like, I thought, wait, this is a looming threat. We can capture. And I was like, wait. He goes here. I give checks and I start winning his pawns. Like, I won all of his pawns. And look at his pieces. Like, this is a 2100. Like, I was like, what? Take another pawn. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pawns to 1. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was watching this game unfold and just watching his position just drastically unfold in front of his, like, his entire defense gone. All my queen came in, didn't just steal one diamond ring, stole all the gold necklaces and the rubies. Like this was crazy. I played king to g here so that there's like no huge attack, but he still goes for it. And then I was like, wait, pawn c2, you can take, but this is no threat. There's no checks with this. He goes here and has to sack the bishop. And this is a pin. Like, sometimes you just, everything just goes your way. And you're playing blitz chess. You don't have time to think as much. But I think my opponent was playing way too quickly. And I don't know what this is. Like, looks alright. But this is just, I don't know, nothing was seeming right. As soon as this was going, allowing me to just walk in and having no pieces to defend your king. Just unbelievable. And this pass pawn being the absolute goated legend at the end. But we ain't done yet. And we're playing a 2500. I can't make this stuff up. This guy is 800 points better than me. 800! Okay, 700 if you're rounding. But still, this guy is like 800. Like, is it 700? 700, okay, 700. 700 more accurate representation. But now the nerves start to get to me. I'm like, oh, I'm on a roll. But only the roll can run so far. And we get a Karu. And man, you know what? I should have just played it advanced in like a Tau variation just to simplify. But the nerves were getting to me. I was spending too much time. And then I played a3 because I thought, oh, he's going to go here and go for this fork. But I lost the pawn, like my middle pawn, like the most important thing. And then he just plays normal chess. My downfall is very quickly. He just castles, gets everything he wants right here. This is just over. Like, like bro spent like not even like 2 minutes in this position. Like, and yeah, this game was very, very quick and a sad demise for me. And you know, I wish I hadn't hung the pawn first of all, but he just played all the right moves and all the right things, and this is why he's 2500. I mean, right? And you know, I've been 2000, but I'm not 2500. So there's a huge difference between 2500s are literally elite. They should be more than just 2000. They are like candidate master, close to winning everything. I'm no close to candidate master, but you know, I try my best. Like, I try my best. But it's close to over. But I wasn't giving up. I was, what was it? 4 for 6? And I'm playing a 1900 for the last round. So I went from playing a 500 to playing 1900s and above. And bro, I was not missing. Okay, yes, I lost against this 2000 because I played the theory wrong. And yes, I lost to this 2500 because I hung a pawn off the opening. But bro, I was still cooking. I did not let that momentum slow down. I played the bishop's opening and transposed into an Italian game. And you know, my man, I've watched way too many Italian games where they play a4, c3, bring the bishop here, or bring the knight here, bring the bishop here, play h4, h3. You know, I've been watching way too many Hikaru games, way too many Hans Niemann, Magnus Carlsen. I think I know the opening after this. Like, and now I'm starting to fall in love with the Italian because, yeah, I realize it's more potent than what most people are thinking it is. And so I just crushed. I played B4, go for this mega attack, bring the knight in, bang, bang. Doubled pawns, you don't want to have this in Italian. Take that knight, look at this. What is this? I just have every pawn ready to storm me. Hit you with this move. Hit you with this move. He tries to counter, but I'm faster. I'm faster to the ball game. Bring my rook in. Bring my knight out of danger. Lock the position. This is closed. I don't know what your pawns are doing. They're disconnected. They're gone. Like, they're falling. You go here, take the free pawn. Oh, I'm fine. I can literally just go rook here and threaten mate. Like, I was like, what? Now, the crazy thing is my opponent spent so much time in the middle game. Like, it's like after these couple moves, like he spent, was it a minute 13 on knight to f4, which isn't even the best move. Like, yeah, no time left on the clock. He goes here. King is safe on h1. He goes here, checks, but you got nothing here. Like, you can't even go here to threaten mates because I have mates. I'm faster. I'm faster. He goes here, rook here, and with every single piece on the back rank, there's no survival. And checkmate. 2 rooks, queen. These rooks were completely out of the game. This one didn't even move. Like, simple chess, blowing through my opponents. I cooked how many 2000s? 1 2000, a 1900s, a 2100, beat a 500, but that doesn't count. But in the end, let me just show you the end results. See this? Yeah, second place. Right behind the guy that beat me and right in front of the guy that I beat. I mean, I can't make this stuff up, guys. I was on fire. Oh, by the way, 3-way tie, but guess what? Had the higher tie break because I beat more higher rated players that performed better or at a rating that was, somewhat in the competitive range. I'm telling you, I'm coming for my opponents in this over the board tournament, and I'm not gonna let it slide. Like, I felt good. I felt really good about this tournament, and in fact, I think I'm feeling pretty prepared. Like, I don't know what is to come, but this tournament just made me say, yes, you're getting better. You're getting closer. You're not fully FIDE rated yet, but you're starting to lean a little closer. And just baby steps. Just one game at a time. And that's it. We'll catch you in the next vid.